Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 for another episode of Forza Mythbusters. This is episode 9 of this series. I'm not gonna lie, that is 8 episodes longer than I thought we would originally be going. I think it's finally come. The viewers are just making up myths and not actually submitting real ones. But today, we're gonna find out. I've got a ton of myths that you guys submitted in the comments section of the last episode to test today, and we're gonna see if they're real, fake, or somewhere in the middle. If you guys have any myths that you'd like me to test in a future episode, let me know in the comment section down below, and hey, we might actually get to episode 10. We'll have to see. Myth: in the Volvo V60 Polestar, the blind spot indicator lights up when you brake. It would be very on brand for Volvo to have extra safety things in their car, even in Forza. You know how like cars nowadays have blind spot monitoring systems in their wing mirrors? Oh wait, look. It's actually on the door pillar. When I brake, it lights up. Hold on, I can go into a tunnel and I can see this even better. Myth confirmed. That's very strange and I don't know why it's a thing. Chat, I have a follow-up myth. Boys, do you remember a couple of episodes ago when I showed off that Audi RS4 that had copy-pasted mirrors? This car also has copy-pasted mirrors. If I drive down over here, you see in the passenger mirror how you can see just like the starting of the curve, and you can see the curve, right? It's copy-pasted. It's another car with copy-pasted wing mirror. Chat, Forza Horizon 5 is literally unplayable. Right out of the gate, that is immediately myth confirmed. Forza Horizon do be a bit of a strange game sometimes. Myth: if you put any electric car into reverse in midair, the car will do a barrel roll by itself. We have officially reached the portion of the video where we're gonna get our first bust today. Give me the Lucid Air. That's probably my favorite electric boy. There's no pressing the gas in the air. There's no pressing the handbrake in the air. I just put it into reverse and it should flip. Well, I'm doing 200 miles an hour lift off on the gas. Reverse. Reverse. All right, bit of a manual with clutch is needed. Try again. Spam the clutch. Reverse! Go to reverse! So, let's play a game. How many attempts is this gonna take to actually hit the ramp? All right, 180 backwards. Oh, yo, it does. Yo, wait, what? Huh? What are you talking about? It works on the Rimac too. Okay, 180 miles an hour. We're in reverse. We're turning. Dude, why is that a thing? I don't understand. That is another myth confirmed. I've got a really weird one, and I have no idea if this is gonna work for me. Myth: the exterior temperature gauge on the dash of the 2009 Ford Focus RS shows a reading that is way too high. The temperature seems to increase by 0.1 Celsius around every 5 seconds until a point where it stops. The highest I've gotten it to show was 83.1. I know some of these cars do have like little temperature displays in them. I'm pretty sure the game also has like an actual temperature for the region that you're in. 2009 Ford Focus RS. Is that the green one? Yes. Global warming is real. It's 75 degrees Celsius, 76 Celsius. Do you think the developers confuse Fahrenheit and Celsius for this car? Actually, wait, no, that doesn't even make any sense. Wait, chat, you're right. 76 in Fahrenheit is 24. That would not make sense for a Mexican desert. There. Okay. Hold on. What if I go to the top of the mountain? What if I drive into the volcano? Oh my God, yo, look, the temperature's dropping up here. Interesting. We can get our tire temperature. Obviously, our tire temperature is gonna be slightly higher than like the air temperature. It says 55 Fahrenheit and currently it's 44 C. Wait, if I go down here, then it's fully gonna break. 93 Fahrenheit and it's 78. In the car. Holy, global warming is weird. That's certainly one of the things of all time. It's another myth confirmed. Didn't really expect that. But here we are. There's actually another Ford Focus myth. Myth: the 2009 Ford Focus has the wrong Forza Aero wing. It's meant to have the hot hatch Forza Aero, but instead it has the standard rear wing, like the big one. This is what the rear wing is supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like this. It attaches to the hatch like that, and it's kind of more like streamlined than regular Forza aero. But apparently the green focus is broken. So if I go to the aero... Oh. There's bad Forza aero, and then there's whatever the hell that is. That is gotta be one of the worst rear wing fitments of all time. That's insane. Whichever developer did this Ford Focus RS dirty, I do not appreciate that because I love this car. But once again, that's myth confirmed.
Crazy thing is, someone had to model that and say, yup, looks good.
Look at it. Look at this stupid rear wing, bro. That is genuinely one of the ugliest things I have ever seen. Actually, I do need some daylight for our next myth. The center locking wheel nut on the 2020 KTM Crossbow GT2, the stock wheel color changes when you go 15 miles an hour from blue to red, and it only happens on the right-hand side of the car. I would have been like, okay, I kind of get the color change because I feel like I've seen that before. You say it only happens on one side? Nah, this has to be fake. That's way too specific to actually be real. Anyways, I'm gonna make my KTM bone stock. The wheel locks on these cars are red. Red on the left side and... Wait, what? They're already different colors. If I start to drive, do those turn red? Wait. Wait, what? Dude, the whole wheel changes. They fully change. What about this side? This side also changes. I know the developers do have a thing in the game where if the wheels are spinning like a certain speed, they will unload the actual wheel and load in like a low quality version of the wheel that's used for like spinning. Just makes the game more optimized and stuff. So all of you guys can go and play it on your potato PCs you have. When it loads in that lower quality wheel, it goes from these stock wheels. These are the correct wheels. And then as soon as it loads in that low quality one, they go from blue and change to red. That's so weird.
It's probably like the Carrera GT where one side is reverse thread, so it's color matched to the side.
Wait, you're telling me the Carrera GT is the same too? Welcome back to another episode of Nick Goes Down Many Rabbit Holes, discovering new things about cars that he didn't know before. That's a red nut, and this side, it's a blue nut. It's the same. I bet you this car does the same thing. When it loads in that low quality wheel... Wait, what? Wait, what? They're red, red, red. They're red. Why doesn't this car do the low quality wheel thing? Dude, that's so strange. It is absolutely myth confirmed for the KTM and our subsequent myth of the Porsche Carrera GT, myth busted. Chat, take a listen. Fire and poo chutes. Myth. The 2012 Mercedes C63 Black Series has quad exhaust tip, but only the outer ones are functional. I've heard of this on a few cars. I've never actually paid attention myself to see if it's real or not. I have not driven this car in a long time. Just to get fire to shoot out of the exhaust easier, we're gonna put twin turbos on and get our anti-lag exhaust, or like... Myth confirmed! But wait. I also noticed this car has a wide body kit. Does that fix it? Oh, that makes it worse. That makes it even worse. Now the flames are just coming from the middle of them. At least like that. Wait, whoa. Wait, so you're telling me the flame actually moves, but when they moved it, they didn't notice that it was only coming from one spot? Somebody who's more familiar with the AMG C63, does this car actually only have two working exhausts, or is that just like a funny, weird glitch thing in the game? Follow-up myth. On the 2021 Golf R, the exhaust only comes out of one of the outer exhaust pipes. Chat says, I wonder if it's only two while in quiet mode. I'm pretty sure that's the way my Mustang works. Like, there's 4 exhausts on my Mustang, and I'm pretty sure the middle ones only open if you put it in the noisy mode. With the anti-lag turbo, Okay. Both exhaust pipes work for the VW bumper. All the exhausts work with the regular VW bumper. And then it breaks if you put the Varus rear bumper on. Fair play. That's pretty cool. All right, that's myth confirmed. Back to back, baby. I know it's been a little while since we've had a bust. We're gonna get a bust right here, right now. Myth, when you skip a wheel spin animation, you land at the item where you press the A button. That is just genuinely not true. I like to spread misinformation on the internet, and I find it fun. Apparently that guy. I will press it. We're gonna wait till it slows down and click it. There, 20K. That's so fake news. It's not even fun. And 1,000. That's myth busted. I do wonder, though. You know how people have try-harded pretty much every single aspect of this game? I wonder if there is actually some behind-the-scenes element in the way wheel spins and super wheel spins and all of that stuff work. It's possible. I don't know. It might also just be completely RNG. I have absolutely no idea. Hold on, chat. I just need to do this one this way. Myth. When you install the Rhubar's body kit on the Ford Pursuit vehicle, the drivetrain disappears. Where's my Ford Pursuit vehicle? I remember using this thing in Forza Horizon, what was it? I guess 3 all the time. This is a much simpler way to see the underside of a car. Thank you. You can see the engine, the gearbox. You can see an exhaust under there. You can see a drive shaft and a drivetrain. You can even see the little, like, very low quality suspension. There's the exhaust that comes out the underside. Okay. If I put that big rhubar on the front, it will remove all of that. I need my Australian protection device. Thank you. Can we see anything happen under there? Yo, I like it. Unethical weight reduction. Chat says to notice this, you must have a lot of skill issues. There is no engine. There is no drive shaft. I love how you can see where the body joins there too, and you can see the paint color right through it. Yeah, then there's nothing on the back. The only thing that remains is the exhaust. That's myth confirmed. The next myth actually takes place in the jungle, and this might be a brilliant vehicle to go and do it. Myth! Nobody actually submitted this myth. This is just something I've wanted to do for a really long time. Photographers all around the Forza universe, fire, take pictures of the hidden A texture in the jungle. There is a block in the jungle that just has a letter A on it. It's like a misplaced texture that the developers left in the game. I personally have never seen it. I have seen so many photos of it, though. I wonder if we can spot it. In full disclosure, I think there's actually like a couple of these. Where's the little red cube? Around there, camera mode. I see it! I see it! There it is! The little red cube! Let's go! It's real! I have been seeing photos of this stupid cube ever since the game has come out. I've never taken the time to actually find it myself. That makes me feel better now. All right, let's go back to the festival. We've got to head inside for the next myth. Myth! If you paint the 2010 Mosler, some parts of the car will still be the default yellow color underneath. He says apparently it's easy to see if you paint it like a dark color, and then check it out in Forza Vista. This car comes in yellow. Anyways, if I paint it black, oh my god, I can see what you mean immediately. Is that like the wheel arch? According to the guy, we should see loads of like yellow, but I don't see any yellow. Can I take the trunk off? We've got like yellow fender liner, well, fender liners, but the way it was like described was that it was so egregious that you couldn't miss it. Nah, that's myth busted. That's absolutely myth busted. The Mosler is fine. Our final myth for today. Myth. I've been gatekeeping this one since Forza Horizon 2, the guy said. If you open or close your telemetry right before any speed camera or drift zone or stunt jump, they will automatically cancel and you won't get the flash or the sound. Let me go to my favorite drift zone, actually, right over here. I open up telemetry by clicking down on the D-pad. So like right as I'm going into it, like now. Oh, wait, so it just fully cancels the zone for you. That guy wasn't Ghost. The score didn't start. Dude, that's actually a really nice myth. Do you know how many times I'm driving around in the open world getting ready to do an intro for this game, and I purposely have to fail the drift zone? Here we go. Let me try on this. Let me try on this speed camera. I think I pressed too late or too early that time. Go on in. Haha! It works! It works! That's a really, really nice, useful glitch. I'm just gonna put this out there. I wish the developers would give us an option to actually turn all the zones off. That's pretty cool.